Alright, well, I'm about to out myself as a really bad organizer. Welcome to my storage room. I see my friends talking about doing wings. Don't want the cats to come in. Yeah, this is my storage room. This is all my cosplay shit in one room. No, let me teach you about wings real quick. Using last year's wings for the dragon, which I started reskinning, but we did badly. Okay, here's the thing about wings. They need a consistent piece of support. So what we have here, these are the wings I used for my first dragon. Basically, the biggest and most strongest support is going from this top wing all the way down where the corner is, all the way down here, right down around, back up, and it's all one piece of wire. That is the biggest support that you need. But unfortunately, when I wrapped these in foam, I forgot just how heavy they got. So that's a me thing. That's a me problem, which I'll deal with later. But that is the gist. This is how I've done wings every single time. And these are the exact same wings that I used last year. When I redid my wings this year, I had to rush them. So they're a little bit different. But the biggest thing, again, is that there is one consistent support that is going from here around the top, bent down, and these slip into little bits in the corset. But these are, as you can see, very strong wire, which I need both hands to deal with. I'm not going to do that right now because I can't be bothered. If I can, you guys stay there. The other set of wings, as you can see, I've done wings plenty of times in the past. Same thing this time, where there is one main structure piece of wire and then there's additional detail wire. Same with that one again. It's the same concept, but it's all the way at the back. Again, it goes down the middle. Same thing. Bat. Corset. No. Bat wings. Oh my gosh, okay. Bat wings. These are my moo wings. These are the bat moo wings. Same thing again. One main structure wire, bend down here. Really, if I wanted to shove this into a corset, I could, but I really shouldn't because that goes all the way down there, which is why this one's on a harness. But it is the same concept. Same concept, one big structure wire all the way through. Wings. Use that as a starting point and then go from there, okay? Now I'm going to reorganize everything. Now I'm in here. Fuck's sakes, what am I doing with my life? Okay, and when it comes to hunting down for exactly what you want, I'm just using Mitre 10 because that one is flat, and at the moment my knee is fucked, so I don't really want to be going up hills. Thanks to fucking Bunnings. Yeah. No, so you want galvanized wire. You want to be looking for galvanized wire. If you go for aluminum wire, that's more like floral wire stuff for flowers. So I also don't recommend you go for this braided stuff. You can tell when it's braided because it's typically made up of a whole bunch of different wires that are all braided together. That's why it's called braided. I recommend going for the stuff that's typically called tie wire, so it's one consistent piece. This is the 2.5 mil by the 24 meters. The 2.5 millimeter, that is going to be how thick the wire is. If I'm using my previous examples, which I refused to pull out of the thing because I didn't realize just how badly I knotted it, this stuff is 3 millimeters, but I only got like 5 meters of it. That's not going to focus. But this is the floral wire. This is the aluminium wire. It's not very strong at all. It's really easy to bend. It's really easy to manipulate, which is why it's not good for structure. You want to go for that tie wire stuff. It's just stronger. Same thing with this stuff. This is the aluminium wire again. Really easy to bend. You don't want that. But this is like anything thicker than 3 mil will probably be better for you. Just go for the stuff that is harder to bend with your fingers. Because if you need tools, that's the stuff you want. That's just my recommendation. And yes, the stuff is not entirely cheap. I mean, this one roll is $20, but it's kind of an investment, to be honest, especially because this is just going to make your wings last longer. That's what we want. Yeah. Some people will also use coat hangers, like wire coat hangers, for the structure for their wings, but wire coat hangers are not very big. So unfortunately, you won't get very big wings out of it. They're strong, don't get me wrong, but yeah, they're not very big. They won't make things very big. So if you want to do like the big wings, the first ones that I showed you, that's when you're going to want a whole roll of wire, not the aluminium wire. You know what I mean? What we're talking about. Yeah. Otherwise, if you're making just dainty little wings, like little Iron Mouse wings or something like that, then absolutely go for a coat hanger, sure thing. But I also don't think you can get wire coat hangers very straight if that's what you need. If you're not coating them with anything, um, yeah, if you're not covering them with anything, if you need them to be the main structure, they won't get very straight and they won't be very neat, so to say. Yeah. Good luck. Have fun being a fairy.